Well, I was gone for, I don't know, 48 hours or so, and I managed to miss Messi 3.0 situation. Yes, that's correct. It happened again. I wish I was kidding. I'm not kidding in the slightest bit. And EA Direct tweets out once again. They've been community noted once again. It's gotta be just ridiculously embarrassing at this point. If you guys would like to buy coins, you can go to MMOXP.com. The link is in the description. You can use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. We're gonna talk about that, obviously. We've got the hero reveal for FC25 on the way. It has been shown now what all the new heroes are going to be. We got other news to talk about as well. I won't have packs to open for this video. I actually just got home from the trip I went on, and on that trip, I actually got engaged. Just wanted to give you guys a little update on that, and also in the middle of shitting my pants, hoping it went well, while I look on Twitter and see that everyone's packing fucking FUTTIES Sawa. In case you don't know what's going on, I am a day behind on this one, but I have to talk about it because holy fuck. This is what it looked like. We had a new icon pick that came out. It was repeatable unlimited. W for a half a second. It was out for like an hour and a half. Sawa seemed to be really common in the first about 20 to 30 minutes. There was a period of time in there where it did seem like it could have been fixed potentially, but now they removed it. It was like a couple hours later, they removed it altogether, and Sawa was popping out way too much, obviously. And EA Sports Direct communication, bullshit Twitter account, get rid of our bad PR in our main Twitter accounts. We made this one now. Identify the issue with the following SBCs, the one with the icon picks that were broken. We'll provide an update in this thread when one is available. Now, keep in mind, what did they say here? We have identified an issue with the following SBCs. Why do they word it like that? Because they can't say they were giving out unintended rewards anymore, because that was memed into oblivion, right? Unintended rewards is now a thing we all say. They can't also say, well, we made it too good, because that would be too obvious to everybody on the outside being like, wait, they made it too good? These guys are fucking jokers. So now they're just out of ideas. They say, we have an issue, I guess. And the community notes comes in and saves the day. They say, in fact, there was no issue. The SBC was delivering exactly what their description promised. They're simply manipulating the odds on purpose, and that's exactly right. The most embarrassing thing is it's August 11th, a month before the new game comes out, and we're still shitting our trousers because, oh my god, they got a Sawa. So not only is it embarrassing the glitch happens in the first place for a third time this year, that we know this has been a recurring issue. Clearly the first two times it happened with Team of the Year Messi and Team of the Season Mbappe and red picks. They let it happen a third time, and now, even despite where we are in the year, they're still like, oh my god, this has to be fixed immediately. We're not going to give people Sawas. We're not going to go out and give people the SBC back with the same odds. We're not doing that bullshit anymore. It's like, okay, we fucked up, and that's it. And nothing happens now. If you missed out, you missed out for the third time this year. And if you didn't miss out, congratulations. I'm actually happy for you. Everyone deserves to get great cards, right? But the funny thing is actually all this does is kind of help them, because you just got FOMO. Anybody who does not get Sawa now is sitting there going, oh man, I better get on content tomorrow. What mistake is going to be next? It's happened 3 different times this year, and especially if you're like someone like me, I didn't get any of these. I didn't benefit off of any of these issues. If you didn't benefit off of any of these, like this guy said, not a single one, LMAO, does it really hurt them? Not really, actually, because they're just going to create more people on a content time over the next, like, 2 weeks. After the Messi situation, people got on a content time for the next week or so. Then after that, it really fell off, right? People then started to be really annoyed that they didn't get Messi. But it's actually not as bad as it could be because of the FOMO situation that they're creating here. So the point is, though, disaster, okay? Utter disaster. If I were EA and this third mistake of the year happened where people are getting ridiculous cards during broken odds SBCs, which people should get good cards anyway, but that's not the argument right now. But the point I'm making, they could have said, okay, you know what? We've made mistakes this year. We're gonna give everybody Sawa this time. We're really gonna work on it for next year. But no, because they don't have to do that, because they can churn out bullshit and it doesn't matter. So this is what it is now. If you're on a content time for these mistakes, congratulations. And if you're not, you're not. You can go fuck yourself. That's how this works now. If you got extra FOMO because of this, great. That's how EA looks at this. They don't give a flying shit about you or about the mistake that happened here. If they did, they would do other things to rectify it. We would have seen changes being made. Team of the Year Messi situation happened. They said in their article that they would be working on how to deal with these situations in the future, and also preventing them from happening in the future. It's happened 2 more times this year. They've clearly learned absolutely nothing because it doesn't fucking matter anyway. The thing is, like, mistakes happen. People are not stupid and are very understanding of when mistakes happen. If you approach it the right way and be like, hey, we fucked up here. You know, the Messi situation, they made a whole article about it. I definitely disagree with how they handled it myself, but they actually made a statement out there, and it seemed like they were really trying to rectify the situation, understanding how bad it was. Even though the article, the wording was hilarious, by the way, but that's not the point. At least they like showed some effort and care to a certain extent. The last two that have happened, they're just like, we had an issue. Sorry. Oops. And I didn't write an article for the last Mbappe situation because they were like, okay, we can't set this precedent now that every time we have this problem happen, we have to write an article about it because it might happen again and again and again. So we don't want to do that. But anyway, what do you think about it? Did you get Sawa? I hope you did. And if they released everybody, or they gave everybody a Sawa, I would think, honestly, it ended up being a net positive for us. And yes, EA made a mistake, but mistakes can happen. And they rectified it with a situation that I think everybody can be happy with because it's the end game. Nobody really cares that much anymore. Even now, they still stingy as hell, but what can you really expect anything different? And the funny thing is, like, I was going to praise them for this new Team of the Year evolution. They're definitely testing this out for next year, making different cards, different card designs, and even little things like this, I really like myself, and with no stat boosts even, I'm like, okay, sweet. That's awesome. We had a new Evo that came out yesterday. The new FUTTIES premium upgrade, where it's just a FUTTIES Evo card, max 96. That's it. No other requirements at all. That's an awesome one. Combining that with like this new Team of the Year one, shows you what Evos might look like next year. Very broad. You can change card designs. I think that's amazing. I think evolution is like a pillar for the future of FIFA. It's like they can't even have a day where I can praise them about something because they just cannot stop shooting themselves in the foot constantly. And it's just why it sucks that I want to be positive about this game more often. Because I'm so passionate about this game in general, but the people who are making this game, I just don't think know what they're doing. I really think it's that simple to a certain extent. Some people probably know exactly what they're doing, but the people who do not know what they're doing clearly they're making themselves known, and that needs to stop. I want to try and be constructive, but how can you even be constructive at this point when in August we're having these problems still? The servers are down every day right now, by the way. I don't think I forgot about the servers being down like every day right now. Like, it's crazy how much money you make to still not be very good at doing your job. It's pretty difficult to do that. And I sound like pretentious or like I'm being too harsh maybe, but honestly, what the fuck are we doing? We got the FC25 hero reveal. So we have the new names of all the heroes now. We've had them leaked, but if you want to see them, you can. The ratings were definitely odd. I will say that. You know, Eden Hazard is an 86 rated hero, which is the same as some other guys here like Jay Roberto and Maicon. I keep looking through here, and there's the same rating as like Jamie Carragher, same rating as Gucci, and Yaya is here as an 85, which is less than his card has been. I don't know what we're even looking at here. It's very odd and confusing. Matuidi's in the game though. You know, the heroes we've seen leaked, if you've not seen them leaked, then you can look through these, but I don't really know what I'm looking at here, and it was very confusing wording as well. The standard base version this year, like this year. Okay, so 25 will have similar base heroes to 24. You get an origin version as a promo card, which looks like this, so it's a little bit of a downgraded hero is my guess, like an origin hero, right? It's like a baby icon is my guess. Which is funny that that's the pre-order bonus, is actually a worse version with maybe like higher pace, right, of the hero cards. So hilarious, but they do actually get upgraded in November. So that's a nice little change there. So Origins upgraded to Prime in November. So I'm assuming these are actually lower rated than their base hero cards. So it got upgraded to then this version with like that new Marvel image, right, in November. So people were saying like, oh yeah, Yaya downgrade. Like, what am I looking at here? They weren't very specific with things, but I'm assuming this is actually a promo card, but it's actually lower rated than their base hero card. And then they get like the upgraded one in November. That's kind of what I'm assuming it is here. Didn't explain that too well, but this is what you will get as a pre-order bonus, is one of these heroes. It'll be Yaya, Williams, Noor, Matuidi, etc. One of these guys will be in your club, and they'll get upgraded as well. So it is kind of funny that most of these heroes you're looking at, like, yeah, you hope to get Eden Hazard, but are you gonna probably get him? No. I'm happy with the heroes they picked, though. Like, I'm excited to use Matuidi, excited to use Howard, excited to use Yap Sam and Hazard and Hamsik. I'm excited to use these guys, but it's just funny seeing the one we get for the pre-order bonus is not even probably going to be as good as the base one. Okay, and dropping a cool trailer with it. You know, it's like the Marvel theme again, which I think is cool. Now, this might be a total stretch in the dark here, like shot in the dark of like reaching towards things to hate on EA for, but you know, I understand Marvel is for all ages, but you can understand that they definitely cater, they're trying to cater towards younger people. Obviously, you would say that. It's funny that they're trying to get, you know, they're trying to cater to that younger audience through a Marvel like collab and like cool images images on the cards now just to get them into gambling. Okay, is that a stretch? Is that looking into it maybe one step too far like Marvel? Do they just might think Marvel's really cool and that's it? It ends there? Or is it a little more malicious, saying like, hey, this will help the younger audience maybe get into FIFA more? And by that, they're just trying to say get into microtransactions, get into Ultimate Team, get into packs more. Is that too big of a jump? What do you think in the comments? Let me know. We got big news here too, because we are seeing more icons being added to the testing pool right now, which is a pretty cool thing to see. We had Lillian Thuram added to the testing pool as well. That's pretty awesome. I'm waiting for Lillian Thuram to be in the game for a while now. That's really cool to see. And then he does say here in the replies, Aguero question mark. Somebody asked him. He just says no, straight up. Like Aguero will not be coming this year. So Aguero and Robin both being tested last year. We have not seen any rumors of them being tested this year. I guess that could change, but he's saying straight up no to Aguero. So maybe this is the last icon to be rumored in the testing pool, but Lillian Thuram, I'd love to see him in the game as a Juventus fan, obviously. As we know, it's all but confirmed that 2K is developing some sort of FIFA game or a soccer game or football game, whatever you want to call it. They've been taking EA employees. There's been heavily, you know, very heavily regarded games journalists saying that it's probably happening. We did get this news, I think, yesterday. Let's read this. So FIFA 2K is hard, quote unquote, for Take-Two, and licenses don't help. As for the FIFA license, I would like to point out that it does not come with all the rights already included. It does not include players, teams, or leagues. That's why it's not as simple as, for example, negotiating with the NFL or the NBA or the MLB, where at most you have to negotiate with a league or a players association. Practically anyone who wants to compete in the field of pure football simulations, well, in this case, it's not enough for you to have a brand license. There's a lot more behind it. Zelnick currently stressed that the company already has its own football game, Top 11, which he defined as the #1 mobile football management game, and has said he was satisfied with the existing sports libraries such as NBA 2K and WWE 2K. Those articles kind of interesting. I read through it, I translated it. It's pretty interesting. This is kind of like the most important Greek paragraphs here in terms of FIFA stuff, but what I will say is it's really gonna depend all on the money. If they really think they can just get a few licenses to start, make a pretty decent football simulation game, go from there, build off that, they're going to do it. It's all about the money. Obviously the football market is probably the biggest sports market in the world, right? Obviously has the most fans, most people playing the sports game itself, right? So if they think they can tap in it all, they're gonna do that. They said here they're tapped in a little bit, saying they have a #1 mobile football management game. That's obviously the money in that nowhere near what it is in a football simulation, right? So it's all about the money. We won't know until we hear either a rumor or a report that it's not coming out, or that it's being made and it's coming out in 3 years, 2 years, 1 year, whatever. We just won't know. It's all speculation at this point, but I wanted to keep you updated with where we are in terms of the rumors and leaks and stuff like that with a FIFA 2K. This is where we are right now. So he's saying licenses are hard, and that's what I said. I said the FIFA license, it probably has a good foot in the door. It's a better start than where like eFootball or PES would be, but it's still not going to be so easy that you're going to compete with EA immediately off of like buying the FIFA license, right? That's just probably not going to happen. EA have their foot and it's so deep into this hole of licensing that it's going to be so hard to defeat them when it comes to that. So you have to really try and get the gameplay started first. Is it even feasible to get close in licenses? It's gonna take a lot of time. That's why I said it wouldn't, when the report came out, and I think in 2023 early, once you even heard it once, it's still years and years and years away. And you know, we're in 2024, the third quarter, or starting Q4 2024. We'll hear more about it as time goes on, but it's gonna be difficult for them to make a game. I think they're gonna do it. I just think it's gonna take a while. Okay, let's read your comments. And obviously, I packed Mbappe 2 days ago now, I think, or 3 days ago, whatever it was. All the nice comments you guys said, thank you for the congratulations and stuff like that. A couple comments saying like, is Ham good? Is Ham the one? I don't know. I'm not gonna get her because I have too many goddamn good attackers right now. It doesn't really matter to me. She looks insane. If you've gotten and used Mia Hamm already, please let me know in the comments and let everybody else know what you guys think about them. Them, I don't know why I said them. What do you think about her as an SBC? But okay. Haxelrod says Holland feels like crap. I do not like using him in FUT champs. Is that true? If you got Holland, do you actually not use him in your team? To me, I don't get how he's ever going to leave. Aerial plus, 6'5", finesse plus, 5'5". I mean, that's FC24 in a nutshell. I don't know what more you'd want, honestly, but hey, maybe he's too clunky for some of you. I'm not sure. And I feel so bad for these kinds of people that are just playing this game for the first time and are wondering, why the hell is the whole team trying to steal the ball from me? my players are standing still. I mean, what a first experience for you with the auto press that FC24 is, because wow, EA wanted to in turn make the game easier for people that are bad at the game by, you know, pressing super well, but having the game press super well, right? But in turn, you made a game where it's like, what's happening? Why are players chasing me all over the place? And it's, why is everything automatic? Like, you made a terrible game to make things easier for bad players, and in turn just turns bad players away, or like new players, which would then probably be bad players, right? Just turns them away because they're like, what's going on in this game? Why is it so bad? I can't explain what's going on. This is what's happening. The whole team trying to steal the ball from me. I can't move. So Arthur Morgan, I don't know how he ended up here. I don't think they played football much in Texas in the early 19th century, sorry, late 19th century, but I'm glad you're here, and I'm sorry you are here because you probably have no idea what the fuck you're doing. I'm assuming you're not gonna play FIFA after this, so thanks, EA. But you know what? I think that is all I have to say. Thank you so much for being here. Love you all, since everyone, peace.